Thanks for doing
Hi,
this, Megan. Hi.
thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm curious. Obviously, when you were approaching season one, you're doing the little mini Bible, the format for the season. You had some thought of what a season two might look like. How did that change once season one was over?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we learned a lot of what worked, what didn't work. I think that it was really nice to see that people cared the most about the relationships and not necessarily like the mystery around a death. And so we were able to just, we didn't have to have a dead body at the center of it, which I think was great for season one, but I was glad that we didn't have to have that for season two. And certain characters you realize, what people I was surprised how angry people were from at Lucy season one. So I think one new thing that came out of watching season one was giving her more of an attempted redemption arc because people really were very angry with her, which surprised me actually.
Yeah, there was that point, I don't know, a little past mid-season where Lucy was a little less I don't know quite the word that you thought a little less of Lucy, or you saw that she was a lot more nuanced than you thought at first, that she had a side that wasn't so pleasant. And that seemed to really get to viewers in a very visceral way.
Yeah, I thought people were pretty hard on her. She was only 18 season one. She's 19 season two. And I think it's very telling that people were as angry at her as they were at Steven, even though he did so many worse things than her. And I think she is flawed, but as we all are. And I think it just shows, what can happen to you when you are in a really unhealthy relationship. It brings out the worst in anyone.
Well, I guess one of the things that surprised me about the reaction from viewers was that, clearly Lucy and Steven should not be together for whatever
Mhm.
reason. They're not a good influence on each other. And yet people were rooting for let's get those two kids healthy and working together. And I'm thinking, no, no, this is not good for either one of them.
It's so funny because I think some people definitely felt that way, and I think some people also really wanted to see Lucy destroy Steven. And so it was fun, playing with both parts of it. But I think that it's good that people felt that way because that's the addiction that Lucy gets into. She can't walk away from it, even though it's bad. There's something, there's a reason we fall into those relationships. There's something that's fun about them, unfortunately.
Well, it seemed like to me from watching season one versus season two is season one, there was a lot more emotional warfare going on, and it's season two, it's much more out there, it's everything's amped up and a lot more, for lack of a better term, serious. And is that sort of the way that you wanted it to come, or am I just totally misseeing it?
No, I mean, no, I think that to me, both seasons were serious. I think that this season has um more heart. So I think it's more heartbreaking in
Mhm.
some ways, which I think is good because I wanted to show, not just the nastiness of the characters. I wanted to show some of their soft underbellies and their vulnerabilities. And yeah, I think it's sadder, but I also think it has a lot more humor this season.
No, at the end of the day, do you think that these two people act this way because they're together specifically? Or if Lucy was with someone else with this kind of problem, would she act the same way and vice versa?
I think Steven is who he is
Yeah.
before he comes into the picture. I think Steven is a very damaged soul. And I think he treated Diana terribly before Lucy. For Lucy, I think she is flawed, but I don't think that she would have been this way had it not been for Steven.
One of the things that struck me about season one and really season two to a certain extent is, for people who are supposedly friends, they for the most part treat each other really terribly. And particularly Bree, who gets a lot of not great friendship from the people that she spends time with.
Yeah, I think definitely in season one, there's a lot of portrayal within the friendships. I do think that season two there people are trying to be better friends. I think Lucy is really, really trying to make up for what she did to her friends season one. Whether or not she succeeds at doing that is a different question. But yeah, I think again, when you're in a really unhealthy situation, it just brings out the worst in you. And especially when you're that age.
Well, that's a good way to wrap it up as far as the age aspect. Do you think that people can move past the person that they were when they were 20 or 25? I mean, can a Stephen be a healthy person at 40 or 50, or can Lucy find a happy relationship and a happy life?
Oh God. I mean, I hope you can move past who you were at 20. Yeah, no, I definitely think people can move past who they were at 2025. I mean, I certainly feel like I'm very different than I was then. I think Lucy absolutely could heal and get better if she starts making better decisions. I think Stephen can change, but I think there is a core in him that is probably pretty permanent.
There's definitely a serial killer miniseries with Steven's name on it, I think so.
Oh God.
Thanks. I really enjoyed season 2 as well, and I look forward to everybody seeing it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Bye.